Welcome back to more Terraria with Brian. And last time we got the Hermes boots, and I've got an aglet, and I've got an anklet of the wind, and I've gotten rocket boots, and I want to combine these into one of my favorite accessories. And so I believe, yes, Spectre boots are Hermes boots plus rocket boots. So I can craft those. And then lightning boots are that plus the anklet of the wind and the aglet. And so that allows us to fly and run incredibly fast. I am going to enjoy wearing this accessory, I am sure. Yay! And let's get a sense of just how fast I can run. Oops. Right, I have a door here. I can't open it. I want to redo my whole flower farm setup, because it's kind of a giant mess. What a surprise. Oh, I can run so fast! Oh, this is going to get making going across the map so much easier. I'm very happy about that. Ooh, fallen star, hello. Actually, it's 2:27 a.m. I'm going to run across the map really quick and try to collect some fallen stars now that I have this newfound freedom. But yeah, I think I'm actually interested in making kind of a nice-looking potion farm area. And so I'm actually going to do some building off camera. And so perhaps I'll bring you guys back after I've made something hopefully not incredibly ugly. Angler pants! Hooray! I just finished another fishing quest, and I've been able to complete the set. So now, I can look like a real angler. I talked to the guide about my new lightning boots, and the only thing I could combine them further with is ice skates, and so I went into the ice biome looking for chests detected nearby, and look what I found! Ice skates! Hooray! That is awesome. And so we are going to do one more combination over at the Tinkerer's Workshop. I see a fire blossom that is blooming, and I will eventually show you guys off what I've built here, but it's not done yet, and it takes a while to get plant farms moved, and so I've just been doing other things in the meantime. But in any case, if we go over to the Tinkerer's Workshop and I take off the boots with the ice skates, I can combine them into Frostspark boots, which allow flight, super fast running, and extra mobility on ice. And so I'm going to do that. And now I finally have kind of the ultimate boots, as it were. And so I'm very happy about that, and I may end up reforging them, although I expect they'll be extremely expensive to reforge. Where is the Tinkerer right now? I want to go ask him about that, actually. Hey, buddy. If I wanted to reforge these boots, 14 gold, yeah. I'll wait until I'm worried about a boss fight coming up to decide when to do that. While I've been struggling to stay alive in the jungle when I've gone to visit it, it occurs to me that something that would be very useful is the weapon that allows you to shoot through walls, whose names I can't think of right now, but I know it comes out of one of these shadow orbs. And so, I have come downstairs. Vilethorn! That's the one. Great. To grab a Vilethorn, I will talk to the Goblin Tinkerer to reforge it, because I would like it to be a good one. Sextant! Hooray! I just turned in another fishing quest after the Blood Moon and got the Sextant, and I'm fairly certain that that can be combined with maybe these two things? Let's talk to the guide really quick. Who could remember all of these details? Fisherman's Pocket Guide and the Weather Radio. Got it. So I can combine these three things into the Fish Finder. Great. Lucky Fish Finder, extra critical strike, but weather, moon phase, and fishing information now all in one place. That's terrific. Is this the enchanted sword? It is. Wow. 24 melee damage. That's better than the legendary Lightsbane. And shoots an enchanted sword beam, which does give it... Oh, and you can hold to attack. Wow. Okay, I have an enchanted sword now. That is amazing. That was a really lucky find. I didn't believe it when I first saw it. I don't know what percentage of worlds contain the enchanted sword, but I think that's super lucky. Okay, that's amazing. I'm starting to think about the Skeletron battle, although it occurs to me we could also fight Queen Bee first. But I'm curious how expensive it is to reforge certain things. That just costs 2 gold. And how about the Band of Regen? That one's also 2 gold. I'm trying to plan the different equipment slots that I'm likely to use with different accessories in a boss battle, and I think these are some things that I would like to reforge to try to get warding. Armored is 3 defense. That's already pretty good. I'll be happy with that. Menacing is 4% damage. That also might actually be good too. And even though I'm loath to spend this much gold, let's try a couple shots on the Frogsparks boots just to see what we can get. Extra melee speed, no thank you. Armored, hey, there we go. That is very good for the long term, because I expect I'll be wearing those boots a lot. The Obsidian Horseshoe is also reasonably cheap to reforge. So let's see if we can get something good on it. Angry is not bad. I would really prefer warding. Perfect. Okay, so that just gave me another 4, 5, 6, 7 bits of defense, as well as the fact that, no, 8, 9, 10, and now I'm wearing the Worm Scarf, which reduces damage by another 17%. So I think that's going to do a whole lot in order to improve my armor rating. I think I'm going to fight around in the jungle a little bit just to get a feel for that difference. Just to mention, I can confirm that those beehives do respawn, because I have been through an area of the jungle a few times and cleared it out and come back and seen some new little beehives. So that's just another one of, oh my gosh, buff, heal. Oh, Bezoar! Bezoar is actually what it's called, and that is the thing that makes you immune to poison, which is one of the reasons I've been struggling so much in the jungle. I can afford to take off, the Horseshoe does have a lot of warding, but I want the Band of Regen on too. Okay, so if I do that, I become immune to poison. Actually, I could like toggle it. Just each time I get poisoned, I can just do that really quick, and that'll make the poison go away. Let's try doing that a little bit. So for example, did I just get poisoned? No, I managed to not get poisoned that time. Okay, great. But that's going to help a lot for my jungle survivability. Here's an example of a spot where there definitely wasn't a hornet's nest before, and it, oops, has grown back since I've been here. Okay, I'm poisoned. I can do that. I'm no longer poisoned, and then I can turn it back. Neat. Okay. I'm actually short on iron because I built a rail system, which you may have seen in some other clip. I don't know. I've been playing for a few hours, and it's only going to turn into a couple of minutes of video doing various things. Okay, I'm poisoned again, so let's do that. But we have got a lot of new infrastructure that's going to get me into some really good shape, I think. But I would like to find a beehive, because that is something that I haven't found yet, and fighting Queen Bee and getting some honey could be useful before we try to take on Skeletron again. So, down here mostly for that, but also just for the various riches that one finds as a result of being around and exploring in the jungle. And, okay, I'm poisoned again. Fix that. I could just leave it on, but I like having the extra warding as well. Maybe I'll just try leaving it on for a while, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to do some exploring in the jungle. Oh, I can see I'm about to meet up with somewhere that I've been. Okay, and the jungle temple goes, like, right here. So maybe I should go down deeper. So I'll find somewhere to... I guess even just, like, right here. Start going down. I've got plenty of bombs. And so I can use them to get down quickly. Ooh, hey, a star statue. That's a functional statue that's good, and I am in trouble. Yeah, let's get out of here. Oh, my goodness. Okay, that's a new statue. I've got a big statues chest over here that is just filled with stuff. But I think it's just about time. I guess since I'm home, let me do a quick stack just to drop off some things. But I can show off the potion farm that I made. Basically, it's not still completely filled out, but the plan was the bottom row is going to be Deathweed, a couple rows of Daybloom, 1 row of Blinkroot. You need a lot of Blinkroot, but it grows really fast. A couple rows of Moonglow, 1 row of Waterleaf, and then 1 row is going to be half Shiverthorn and half Fire Blossom. And I put it in this glassed-in area with the gray bricks on the outside, and so that part looks nice. I realized I had to replace all of this, and that was one of the things that slowed me down, because I had to move the pots in order to replace the base. I wanted to make it easy to just kind of like get up and down through this place. And it wasn't until after I'd already set up this chest and I have it organized the way that I want that it occurred to me that maybe is there any way that I can swap out these blocks with the chest underneath it? I don't think there is. I think you have to break the chest, which involves taking all the items out. But if anyone knows if there's like some magical Terraria hotkey, I'd like to put some gray bricks underneath this gold chest. And I could imagine eventually kind of renovating more of this whole area. But in any case, the potion ingredient area is one of the things I wanted the most. And then you can just open this chest and stand right here. And as a result, brew all the different potions that you want to brew. And so I'm happy with how that turned out. Even if it is boxy or whatever, like, it still looks better than most things I build. So that's a big improvement. Still haven't managed to find a beehive in the jungle, so that's still something I'm on the lookout for. But in addition to building this, I also built a sky rail that goes all the way over to the dungeon on the left side and all the way over to the pyramid on the right-hand side. Yeah, that went down over here. And that makes it easier to get across the map. And I completed a bunch of fishing quests, as you may have seen a couple of little highlights of. And yeah, at this point, I need to figure out how much footage I have and how much more we need to do this episode. 12 minutes, by the way, is the answer. 12 minutes of footage for about 4 hours of gameplay so far today. But that's okay, because it was time well invested. The potion farm is going to last us for forever. These armored frostspark boots are going to be really awesome to have gotten. The enchanted sword was a lucky find, and I still found it while it's still vaguely relevant, because it's actually my current best melee weapon. And yeah, we found a couple of other miscellaneous things as well. And so that's all been good. And now I actually want to bring you guys along to do some more caving. I'm pretty much completely out of iron, and so I want to make sure I gather up some iron along the way wherever I manage to find it. But the main thing I want to do is try to find a beehive. And so we are back to the jungle once again. And I guess, yeah, you were probably just here on camera, and so you've seen some of the tunnels I've already been digging around, just been trying to explore more of this place. And it feels to me like the jungle temple in this particular world kind of like generated it at a relatively high elevation, so there's a lot kind of low down in the jungle that is still completely unexplored. And so those are the places I'm mainly kind of like aimed at trying to get to. Can't remember, I do not have the horseshoe equipped right now, so let's try not to die of fall damage. Fortunately, with the boots I've got on, I can break my fall pretty easily just by firing the rockets of the Spectre boots. Alright, but things like this... Oh, let's buff. I have plenty of buff potions now as a result of the potion farm, and so I should always be iron sickening and regenning and using well-fed. So those are easy buffs to activate at any given time. And I really, one of the things I like about the sword, in addition to the fact that it's dealing a lot of damage compared to other weapons, is the fact that it shoots this beam of light kind of projectile. Means that it allows me to get kind of a preview into an area in terms of light, just like that. So I can see what I'm getting myself into, and it also lets me kind of conserve. I'm using the ultrabite torches. They were not that expensive, but I only bought like 4 stacks of them or something. I want to buy a whole lot more of those ultrabite torches the next time the traveling merchant is selling them once again, because they really are good. And yeah, other than that, I'll probably switch to bombs here in a moment and just start bombing down deeper into the jungle and bring you guys back as we discover more exciting things. Here's another one of these trees that has like a hollow inside. Curious to see. Yes, there's a chest at the bottom. Ooh! Precise flower boots. I forget exactly what those do. Let's get somewhere where I can breathe, and then we'll actually read the text and check it out. Flower boots Flowers grow on the grass you walk on. Oh, yeah, I remember those now. They were in the previous version of the game. Something else that I remembered as a result of doing the video editing is I got the Vile Thorn, which allows me to shoot through walls. And I haven't used it yet until just now, but that's a very useful thing, especially here in the jungle, especially if there's points where I'm trying to like hide behind the wall to avoid some of the scary enemies. And so I'm glad to have that. Hey, I see a life crystal, I see another statue. These are good things. Oh, and I keep forgetting that this new sword is hold to attack. Oh, it's a bird statue, alright. Let's get some light down here. And even though the Vile Thorn doesn't do a ton of damage, it kind of stun locks enemies, and it also kind of deals continuous damage over time. And so it really is a good weapon, especially for as early on as you can obtain it if you get lucky with the Shadow Orb. There's a granite biome over to the left over here. I could hear some of the golems, and I see a granite elemental down here. So I'm going to try to avoid that because I want to stick to the jungle. Aha! I finally found a beehive. Great. There's a granite elemental coming towards me, and so let's go ahead and deal with him first. And Queen Bee, how would I fare against Queen Bee? I think pretty well. I'm pretty well armored. Let me get some inventory sorted in case I accidentally somehow summon the boss battle before I'm really ready. This looks like it's going to be a very small beehive, and so I think what I'm going to do is open up this whole area, so I could use this whole area as a Queen Bee arena. And so, give me a minute to do that. I've set out a campfire, and I believe I have a heart lantern actually stored inside here as well, yes, so I can set those up. We've got some extra space to work in over here. I switched to the meteor shot bullets, and so I have them ready to go, and in the worst case, you know, we end up dying and we'll just have to come back here. So let's see if I can get inside. I might somehow end up triggering the boss battle unintentionally. So I'll be ready to go. We've got plenty of honey. And I think I'm actually going to widen this a little bit, like this. So if I want to fly out into this area, I can. And then let's scope out. Oh, it's a big tall beehive with the thingy at the top. Fascinating. All right. And there's a little bit of space over here. I think I'm also going to, just kind of flatten this out a little bit as well, so I have a good place to stand over here. I think I'm going to take out a little bit more space over here. Boss arenas are important when you can actually summon the boss on your own terms. Alright, I think I'm happy enough with this arena again. I'm going to hop in the honey, I'm going to buff, and we're going to summon our next boss. Queen Bee is awoken. There she is. Alright, and I should turn off the mini-map so that I can get a better look at this crazy gal. And let's see. Alright, I'm dealing fair. Yeah, that's alright. Mini Shark is dealing a lot of damage, so that's good. Feeling good about my damage output, and yeah, I have enough defense that she's not doing that much damage to me. She's got 4,700, yeah, and I've already knocked her down a quarter of the way. Yeah, this won't be a problem at all. I could not remember how difficult she was, especially in expert mode. I think maybe she does some super fast attacks at the end, and so that might make things a little bit more difficult. But apart from that, I don't foresee any other problems in this battle. Okay, after a few minutes of fighting, I've gotten her down probably 3/4 of the way. Mostly me shooting up in the air. Occasionally she shoots a bunch of bees at me, and I have to use the Reaver Shark's actually really good for just swinging around in an arc and trying to destroy all the nearby little bees. I think it's about time to use a healing potion, because I haven't used one yet. She shoots stingers as well, and those have actually been doing most of the damage to me that I've gotten. I should occasionally hop into the honey in order to get the extra honey buff, which makes you regenerate hearts even faster than normal. And yeah, I expect her attacks would poison me, and so I'm wearing the Beezor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here's all the bees, the little bees, and so if I don't manage to cut through them with the bullets, that's where I'd want to use the Reaver Shark. I think I don't have my Band of Regen on. No, I do have my Band of Regen on. Right, I don't have the Horseshoe on. And the Horseshoe, I don't need to worry about fall damage. Okay, here's where we're going to switch to. the Reaver Shark to kill all the little bees, and then we can switch back to the gun. But yes, this seems like it's just a war of attrition. She has a lot of hit points and a reasonable amount of defense, and so it's just a matter of outlasting her, it seems like. But yeah, she does not go down without a fight. I wonder what it would be like to have a gun that deals more base damage, but I don't have the space gun on me to kind of compare how that would go. I imagine it would end up being kind of similar DPS output. Alright, I need to get rid of these little bees, because they're annoying. I also need to get rid of this big bee. Queen bee, you're going down. Downtown Buster Brown. Alright, how many hit points do you have left? 600 out of 4,700. We're getting really close. Alright, once again, let's clear out the little bees. Little bees also drop hearts, which is nice. I need to heal. Happen the honey once more. Okay, she's doing these attacks more frequently now. So I presume she's going to fly around like a maniac a lot here at the very end of the battle as part of her expert mode repertoire. Oh, I ran out of bullets. Wow. Okay, that was unexpected. I have a good melee weapon that actually fires projectiles, but I'm in some trouble here. She's dealing even more damage, I think, than she was before. Or possibly, am I buffed? It's possible that my Iron Skin potion ran out. So there, I've got Iron Skin and regen going again. And I can heal in 17 seconds. Okay, hopefully that'll do okay. Let's try to dodge her attacks. Oh boy, okay, here comes, okay. Oh boy. Oh, and it's hold to attack. I need to remember, it's hold to attack. Just hold down the button, Brian. Don't click your mouse. Alright, can I heal? Now I can heal. There we go. Okay, that helped a lot. She is down to, what, 400? 100. Okay, a few more hits. I should be able to win this. This is much more exciting than I remembered. Ah, finally. Queen Bee has been defeated. Wow. And what did she drop? A treasure bag with lots of things. A beekeeper, which could be a comparable sword if I got a good enchant on it. I didn't think about reforging the enchanted sword. Why did I not reforge the enchanted sword? Hive wand, guarding hive pack, right, friendly bees. Oh, and I can make a summoning thing. I forgot about that. I don't have any summons. I completely forgot that like summons were part of this game until just now, and I remember that it's something you can craft out of the beeswax. And I totally want to reforge the enchanted sword because I can make it so much better. Okay, let's go do those things, but before I forget, I had some empty buckets. And oh, and the witch doctor. We're gonna get a new NPC. Very nice. I had some empty buckets in my pack so that I could do exactly that. Okay, I don't think she dropped anything else. I'm gonna hop down here really quick. Just to make sure there's nothing else sitting on the bottom, but I don't think there is. So let's go back home. Let's reforge the enchanted sword, since I expect I'll be using it for a little while yet. Assuming we can find the Goblin Tinkerer. Where did he go? I see him. Oh, he's living up in the... I guess it's this house, but it's connected to the whole greenhouse. How much does this cost to... Only 66 silver, too. Holy crap. Godly, 17% damage. Like, for, you know, less than the price of a cup of coffee a day, I could totally improve this sword. And now it does 30 melee damage. Yeah, that's great. The Witch Doctor... Can't remember if there's exciting things to do here. I guess blowgun is another ranged weapon that I could be using. I need to remember to buy more bullets. Queen Bee drops a lot of gold, I recall. And so let's go ahead and drop some gold off in the piggy bank. And there was one other thing I said I wanted to do. Right, summoning. I believe the beeswax turns into a summoning weapon. The Hornet Staff. 9 summon damage. Summons a hornet to fight for you. That is what we want to make, and I do that at an anvil. Okay, let's do that right now. Demonic, and that's one of the best ones. So now I can summon a hornet. Nice, and this little hornet flies around, and if I happen to encounter a slime out in the world, the hornet will attack it. I believe the hornet even inflicts poison damage on enemies, if I'm remembering correctly. So let's go find one enemy to kill with the hornet. Hey, here we go! I finally found bad guys in the jungle. Oh yeah, look at that hornet go! Shooting stingers, killed the slime. It's gonna kill the umbrella slime just for me too. Nice. That is awesome. Okay. We have some game changers in this episode. It took a long time, but I'm in much better shape than I was before. This place is going to look awesome when all the flowers are like completely grown in. I'm looking forward to that as well. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Terraria, where we're making progress towards being able to do a repeat battle against Skeletron, this time with a different outcome. See you guys later. And right after the blood moon, a goblin army has arrived. I'm sure I'm just going to tear right through these guys, but still. If it's not one thing, it's another. Give me a break, Terraria. I found a really good strategy for the goblins. Hold down the button and move towards them. Ah, die! Ah, the spoils of war.